It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Jai Opetaia from New South Wales, Australia, the IBF title holder in the cruiserweight division, one of the most feared southpaws in the world today.
Can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, by way of Sydney, an IBF cruiserweight champion of the world, Jai Opetaia.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is going to be that fight. This is what people are going to be talking about forever and a day.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. That straight had to hurt. He misses with that straight left. They blocked the left there. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter, and they're looking it up as it...
Whoa, Johnny! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Bertie, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That counterpunch caught him clean. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Perfect counter shot. Back and forth they go. This is a high-octane battle. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they...
Stay focused. Come on, rebellion.
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter shot lands. Only catching air with that hook. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. There's a counter shot. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Pensacola's finest is down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
Everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it. Great. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
There's the bell for round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. That jab misses. Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That jab doesn't find a home. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Blocks the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be.
Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Misses with the straight left. Nice counter shot. That hook was off target. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking with your body shot.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Do you believe what we are seeing? That left hook doesn't find its target. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Why weren't they covering up? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put up.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round.
Here comes round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
His stamina is off the charts. Doesn't score. And he fails to score with that left hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. Defense failed them. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe. A perfect counter lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did.
Don't give him no free shots.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, slept right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
His stamina is off the charts. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action! And they got caught! No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round.
Oh my God, Johnny! The referee really... So he's going to take a knee here and get the mandatory 8 count.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
How about that time counter shot? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.